Thursday morning, January 16th, back up here in Polo, Missouri. They've had a lot of wet weather and winter weather up here, but hopefully we can run a couple days because it's nice and firm. This morning we had about 10 degrees, so got a pretty good freeze. Not supposed to get above freezing today. We'll probably have some sunshine, so that's not going to help things, but it is a little dry here on top, but I don't think that's going to go down very far because you can kind of see the water puddles that are frozen here, there, and everywhere. Now, calling for some winter weather starting tonight into tomorrow, so I think up to 4 inches of snow here. So it's hopefully we can have some cold temperatures for a while. That's all we're looking for, is just some below freezing weather to try to get this job wrapped up so we can get to the next. We've had a breakdown here on a drive line and output shaft on the 540B. Finally got it put back together. I think it was late last week they got it put back together. Then we've had nothing but bad weather since. So yeah, we're behind schedule. We need to get this done. So hopefully, if we can have 4 good working days, I'd like to think we can get it wrapped up and be done and out of here and on to the next. Anyway, earlier this week I was at Jefferson City, Missouri, Tuesday for Missouri Forest Products Association meetings and Missouri Logging Council meetings. Always a great time. I enjoy doing that stuff. It's great to be with the like-minded individuals that care so strongly about our industry and try to do things and work together to benefit everybody. So if you have not joined your state association, you should really do so, because they honestly do a lot of good for the industry, and they do a lot of good for you. You probably don't know it, but they really do. Anyway, it's cold. I'm going to start out. We've got several trees on the ground up there already from the last time we were here cutting. I'm going to finish getting these logs bucked. I didn't finish these the last time I was up here. So I'm going to get these bucked. I'm going to get these laid out, put in their rightful places over here. And then I'm done with that, I'm going to go up here and start laying some more white oak down. The guys should be here anytime. And they'll be on the 548, or 548, listen to me, the 540 there. And we'll start bringing wood down to the deck. And I would say I'll cut a couple tanks, and I'll probably spend the rest of my day down here kind of bucking and sorting logs, just because we've got so many trees down ahead of John already. So Kenny can cut, then I'll work the deck and make sure we can keep things rolling here. So it's cold, so we need to get a move on to warm up. There's John creeping through up there on the skidder. Kind of see there, zoom in. Kenny's over here on the back side of this ridge right here. I've already cut the majority of the ridge off. There's still quite a few trees out there, or laying down on the ground, excuse me, trees that we've cut. So the majority of the timber goes back that direction. Now I'm kind of working on this side today. I've got a pretty good little row of trees here down. Of course, I got one there hung up. I knew better than to cut that thing. It leans so hard into that, and I was like, well, maybe I can get lucky and shift it around, and I couldn't. But trees all down through there. Several to cut right in here yet. Quite a few out in there, but like I said, majority of them lay back through there where Kenny's cutting. So we'll try to burn a few more of these down here. Really need John to try to drag a few of them before I cut too many more right in here. Kind of give me a little more space to work. Beast right there is a good tree. Looks good anyway. How it cuts might be a different story. Kind of waiting to see which tree he brings down over there. I think Kenny drove his truck around there to the bottom side of the hill. Of course, I've got the Ranger sitting right there. I usually keep my gas and oil and hammer, some extra wedges, wrenches, water in the bed of the Ranger. That way it kind of saves me from going back to the deck so much and keeps things nice and organized. I'll wait till that tree come down, but John's on the move over here. Get that deck filled up. Now the skid steer, I went down just a minute ago, and the skid steer, I've had it warming up. It's frozen to the ground. Of course, I hadn't seen it in a week or two, and well, at least a week, maybe longer. I can't remember how long since I've been up here. It's been a while. And of course, with that rain, the cold weather, she's frozen like a rock on the ground. So we've got it warm and hopefully have some heat generated, and that sun come out will help it a little bit. And where John's going down there, we'll go back with the skid steer, we'll put the bucket on, and we'll straighten that up and put some water bars in place. Keep things looking nice and neat there. John will pull up here and grab one of those. I'm out of gas completely. I need to get some when we take lunch. I ran out topping that one right there, so we got 2 trees right there to grab when we come back at some point. I think I've got 3 or 4 down right here you can get. He's got them hooked up there. He's taking some slack off the spool there. So the cable started to backlash, and he's just getting her straightened out. That's the great thing about John running that skidder. He's pretty conscious about things. He knows when things aren't right, knows when things need attention. He pays attention to things. And those are good qualities to have in an operator. A lot of times you get guys on machines, they don't care. They just ramrod them around hard as they can go. If something breaks, they don't care. It's not theirs. John is not that way. He takes care of that machine like it's his. And in my opinion, that's what a good operator should do, whether it's their machine or not. Because if that machine's not running, you ain't making any money. We can cut every tree in the timber, but if skidder ain't dragging logs, there ain't nobody getting anything done. Needs to get his load up a little bit. I don't like them logs to drag in the ground like that. Well, let's head down to the deck and see what things look like. Got a couple good ones there. Couple good ones there. I found just enough gas to finish cutting off what I had there, or what I started, so at least he can get both of those over there in that set. We come back after lunch. We got a couple here we need to cut. Now this one here, I almost hate to cut that guy because got a big old squirrel's nest right up there on the top of it. I'm gonna have to rehome them. It's a good tree though. I always try to be pretty conscious about wildlife and forest management. And if I said I didn't feel bad sometimes when we destroyed some homes and habitats, I'd be lying, because I do. And I grew up hunting and trapping. Now I don't get to doing that stuff anymore because I stay so busy at the timber business, but I enjoy wildlife and I enjoy seeing it, and that's one of the great things about being a logger. And I think any good logger is very conscious about that. He doesn't just go in here and ransack the place and pillage the property. He tries to be very, very conscious, very, very forest management type minded things. Because when you're a logger, you've got to be a good steward of the land. That's part of the profession. You know, doing that ensures that we're going to have a job tomorrow. Now, I don't know that I'll ever get to come cut the timber off this tract of property again, but down the road somebody will. These trees they'll regen, and it'll be a good tract of timber one day for somebody. But for now, we're going to cut it, and we're going to do our best we can to manage it properly and ensure that there is a future stand, just like these trees right here. They're not big enough to cut now, but down the road they will be. Just like that tree right there. That's a slick little tree. You got to take care of it. Definitely have to take care of your timber. Now, before I miss the chance, I wanted to get some video of some of these trees down here, these white oak. Of course, this we're going to do probably well over 15,000 feet of production today, even with getting kind of a late start. And that's being conservative on those figures of what I've cut and what Kenny's cut. There's still trees coming out to the deck, and of course you can't see there because of the sun. See if I can kind of, there you go a little bit. You can kind of see that pallet up there, just pallet and tie logs. We'll kind of walk this guy out. This is pretty big timber. This is quite the white oak right here. See here, we'll pace this guy off. Good color. As soon as the air hits that a little bit, it'll change a little color yet. Kind of get that good pink color. That should get a veneer grade on that piece there. Got a real good second cut on it. It's tapering pretty heavy, which is why we made a short log out of it. Try to pick up the footage, and still having a real good second cut here. But you know, we've probably, as fast as this thing's tapering, we've lost several inches from where we cut it to the second cut. So we went ahead and just made, I believe these are 210s. I believe that's what they are. So rather than making a 20, we picked up the extra footage. And the second piece here has it's got some things that'll keep it out of the veneer bracket. So good 10-foot veneer, good second piece, just some big timber. Of course, some big ash here. I like cutting ash, especially when it gets big. You can kind of roll up some footage fast. This old chunk here ain't that great. I get cut off pretty good up here. It looks good. I'll have to push that apart to see what it really looks like. It's not spectacular down here, but yeah, just some real good pieces. Of course, there's some big sticks of wood here in this little layout of the better logs. We're going to try to go till dark tonight. Like I said, we're going to try to make the most of what we got with the weather, because it's been giving us a heck of a time here lately. So they've got a few more coming off yet. Kenny's up there on the Ranger. I was going to go up and cut a few more myself, but they're keeping me pretty busy here on the deck, which isn't a bad thing. Isn't a bad thing at all. I hear them hooping and hollering about something up there. If you can't have a little fun at work sometimes, you're doing things wrong. We take our job pretty serious, but we laugh and goof around a little bit too. You got to. It kind of makes the day go by a little faster. Keeps everybody in a better mood. All right. Teamwork makes the dream work. Not a bad tree. a bad tree. Well, this is kind of a view from the road. Like I said, we had a pretty good day all in all. Some good logs laying out there in the grade pile, I guess you'd call it. On down, we gotta climb in this thing here. On down, we got the pallet logs. Just a little after 5 o'clock, so it's starting to get a little dark. So hopefully, all things considered, that log's just dirty muddy. So hopefully, all things considered, we can have a pretty good day tomorrow. Hopefully the weather will kind of hold and give us a break. Let's move those mirrors. Like to park the Ranger up there where I ain't gotta worry about nobody taking it, which I guess they really wanted to, they could. And then the pallet, tie, that stuff. Alright guys, we'll see you tomorrow. If you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for all of our latest videos.